Basketball when I was like 6 years old, in my neighborhood, we had like two wooden pieces that we would try to shoot hoops in because at that time my mom would let me go to the apartment, and then we just been playing every day, every chance we got. So that's where it all got started, actually. I started really taking it serious about sixth grade, and that's when I was just playing a lot of local basketball tournaments. But then eighth grade, I remember I was in one basketball tournament called Nike Swoosh, and I played with one of my friend's uncles, and I had a good game. I had a buzzer beater. And then I remember one of the guys coming up to me. He was like, "Hey, you should think about checking out my school because you're pretty good and we have a good basketball program." So I thought about that. I ended up checking it out, and I actually liked it. It was called Severian. It was an all-boys Catholic school. There, my freshman year, we won the all-freshmen because, in Catholic school, they make you play freshmen, so we won that. And then my second year, my sophomore year, I played varsity. And, we had a team in the city, but, we ended up losing the first round of playoffs, and our team wasn't very happy. So a lot of guys was like, you know what, it's time for the transfer. Because I was a sophomore playing varsity, I was like, hey, I'm happy here, but if all of you guys leaving, I'm gonna go to Lincoln. I won 2 city championships, I won 1 state. My junior year, my team, we was 6th in the country, and we was like number 1 and number 2 in New York City. We won the city championship that year, and the state as well my junior year. And then my senior year, we won just the city, but it was great playing with we had 6 Division I players. I played with Lance Stevenson, Vincent Council, and I actually got to play for one of the greatest, Tiny Morton. So it was a great experience for me. I think that's when I first learned how to work hard, and the first time I ever used a Vertimax. And he just knew so much about basketball and getting kids prepared for future. He wanted to see his transcripts and see where you were at and try to qualify to play Division I, Division II, whatever it was, because he wanted the kids to be successful in basketball. So I think it was a good decision that I left Severian. I was a sophomore. I played a little bit. I played actually one tournament, AU. I played with Gauchos. We was 14 and under. In the Peach Jam, we actually won it. And the 16-year-old team won it actually too. The good experience, both teams won the tournament, but I didn't play any AU again that season. 1 full season AU, and that was my junior year. Won 3 AU tournaments. We probably would have won another one if we didn't get in trouble and kicked out in the semifinals of Rumble in the Bronx. First got to high school, I really didn't know much about basketball. I just played. When I got to Severian, they made me play center because I was just tallest, and I learned that's when I officially learned how to play with backs to the basket and learn all my post moves. And then, when I transferred to Lincoln, Tiny wanted us to be all-around basketball players. So that's where I learned, just my instincts, and I became more athletic because of Vertimax and jumping with the heavy ropes. And we did a lot of hard work and conditioning, some stuff that I never did before. When I was a junior, like I said, that was the first year I played a full AAU season. And we won 2 tournaments. I got a couple MVPs, and a lot of schools recruited me. I think I was getting recruited by every school, 8 out of the 12 schools in the ACC, and 10 out of the 16 schools in the Big East at the time. So I got recruited by a lot of big schools. It was even one time when a school, because I was a homebody and I didn't really like traveling much. So one school came and visited me from about 7 hours away on the plane. And I was like, "You came here to see me?" I was like, "Yeah, don't come back here. That's a little bit too far." But I was just so oblivious to the whole recruitment process. But the recruitment process was a headache because you hear from coaches all day. They call you. They want to speak to your mom. They want to see how you're doing. They want to send you text messages. I was ready to commit early. I was going to commit to University of Pittsburgh, and my top 5 schools was University of Pittsburgh, Maryland, West Virginia, St. John's, and Providence. Those were my top 5 schools when I was a senior. So, funny story. When I was a junior, I was ready to commit to go to University of Pittsburgh. I think a lot of coaches knew that, and a lot of the recruiting people. So my recruiting started to slow down a little bit. But so when you're senior, you allow 5 official visits, and me being a homebody, I didn't really want to go do all 5. I was going to go to Pittsburgh, and then I was going to go to Maryland because I wanted to go to Pittsburgh, but Maryland was also my second choice. So last moment, I flip-flopped my visits, and I put Pittsburgh second and Maryland first. So I went to Maryland. It was a good visit, great teammates, great atmosphere. The campus was amazing. It looked like one of those campuses you see in a movie, so it's just unbelievable. And so when I came back from my Maryland visit, I think that same weekend, it was like the 5th commit from the University of Pittsburgh. And I was like, that's a little bit too many people in the same recruiting class for me. So I just go to Maryland.
What is your Hooper story? Share and inspire.